Susan LeBlanc, and this is Conversations with the Goodman School of Business. And my guest today is Dawn Lagesten.
Yes.
And Dawn is a graduate of our Bachelor of Accounting program from 2009. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dawn is, you're a senior manager at KPMG.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what that means in an average workday for you?
Sure. So I'd say an average workday is hundreds of emails, but but what I get asked to do is different every day. So
Yeah.
I work mostly with small business owners, so owner-managed clients, working with their finance team and the owner themselves. We work through their annual compliance, which would be financial statements, tax returns, regular tax planning, so making sure they're getting the most of their money and not giving too much away to the government, and kind of everything in between.
Right. And I think we find a lot of students who go into accounting maybe don't really know what the profession really is. So was this at all what you thought you were getting yourself into?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So,
It's definitely not. Like, to me, that perception of accountant was you sit at a desk all day and you crunch numbers and everything else. And I'd say that back in high school, I was really good at math. I'm no longer good at math because I don't do enough of it without a calculator anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly never at my desk even. I'm out at clients, and we try to be out at the client as often as possible so that they know who we are. We can build those relationships and really, I get to know what they need out of us so that we're not just giving them a piece of paper at the end of the year.
And I think that's what people don't understand. Accounting really is a very people-facing profession. It's not, as you say, it's not number crunching.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then getting new business is a big thing as well. And that, I mean, that is not at all what you would ever expect of an accountant. It's more of a marketing and and that type of student. So it's definitely a different lens you have to put on when you're
Once
doing
you're
that
out
role.
there. Yeah. Now, that all said, because it's not what you thought you were going to, what you thought, it's a very different role. But did the education you received here at Goodman, did that help you?
Yeah,
did that
absolutely.
prepare you?
Yeah, and in hindsight, I probably would have got involved more at BAcc. I didn't do a lot. I had a part-time job outside of school, so I kind of used that as my crutch, and that got me off of campus quite a bit. But getting involved and getting into these events, and I do a lot of events now at BAcc, so a lot of these events that I can see students then preparing for the field are a lot more beneficial for the career that you wouldn't expect. And maybe not right away, but they will in a year or two once you're working. And the more comfortable you with it you are, the better. Yeah,
because that's something we always say to our students is get involved, because it just makes such a difference for you when you're out there in the workforce.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's another testimonial for the reasons to get involved.
Yeah.
Recently you were named a 40 under 40.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So what did that mean to you?
It was really nice. I took quite a bit of a career shift in the last 3 years, so it definitely was kind of awakening that things I'm doing are working, and kind of getting recognized for the work I'm doing, because that actually had nothing to do with my job and more to do with all my community involvement. Yeah. So it was really great to get, and the network you get out of that is fantastic, and the people you meet, and it was definitely a really good one.
Yeah, that's good. Well, congratulations on that.
You.
That's wonderful. and as you say, a lot of that, to get that award, you really have community involvement is a huge part of that. So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the things that you're involved with in the community?
Yeah, I'll keep it short because it's long. But, so I would say up till 3 years ago, I wasn't involved at all in the community, and then it kind of really clicked that I work in the community, I live in the community, I should really get involved. So I found some things, and this is important, but make sure you are passionate about what you're doing in the community, or it won't reflect back. So I found some things that I was really passionate about and thought I could really make a difference in. So quickly got involved, and it just snowballed from there, and I kind of say yes to everything. But I'm currently involved with the Learning Disabilities Association of Niagara Region. So I started as a treasurer, which is the natural role for an accountant, and then was asked to be the board chair, which was amazing and kind of a great experience. And you learn a lot as a board chair, and it's definitely a different role than a treasurer. So I'm doing a lot of that, and I'm involved in many other ways, but United Way, a ton of events with them, and doing and donating to their campaign as well. Gosh, I can't even think of them all, but I'm involved in Leadership Niagara. Was one of something I did last year, and then I got involved with the Niagara Sustainability Initiative, the Family Support Network of Niagara, RAFT, which is a homeless shelter for teens, and I'll stop now.
Wow. But I guess, I mean, getting involved while you're in your career is just as important as getting involved while you're a student, because I'm sure all of that helps with your career advancement as well.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, it's a lot too, is that you have to be passionate about what you do, because then it's that low self-interest that's part of it, and then people will really be able to gain relationships with you, because you aren't in it just to meet this person and that person and to really kind of get a name for yourself. You're in it because you want to do it, and then you meet people as a result. So it's really helpful. Yeah,
and you've also been giving back to BAcc as well, because you're here today.
Get rid of me.
Because you're here today to help with how to get a job in accounting, and you've also helped judge the accounting competition. And so, what brings you back?
Well, I loved BAcc while I was here, so I feel that I would want to give back to the future students, and I was one of the first in my family to go to university, so it was a big change for me, and it was a lot like, I don't know what I'm doing. So the more they can get, like students can get actual advice from people in the field, I think that'll really benefit them in the long run. So I try to do my part and see what I can.
And we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I guess to wrap up, do you have any advice that you would give students? I know the getting involved is going to be one of them, but
yeah, absolutely. Just at the end of the day, be yourself. Don't try to be someone else in your personal life versus someone else professionally. Eventually those walls will break down, and it'll be hard to keep up both those personas. So be yourself, get involved in something you want to get involved in, not just because somebody says get involved and you need something on your resume. It'll really come through in an interview that you're passionate about something when you're talking about it, if you're involved for the right reasons. And working in accounting is not a prerequisite to getting a job at a firm. So we know that people come to us without experience, and we understand that. And we really just look for people that are passionate about what they do. They want to be an accountant, and they kind of excelled at what they did at BAcc, and then they can turn any kind of experience into something they can use in the field.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming by. We really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. And be sure to check out some of our other BAcc podcasts. We've got Consider This, which is a research-based podcast, and BAcc News. And that's it for us for today, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.